as a rookie that's impressed you?
I've seen a lot from him. Real poised, goes out there and does the right thing, continues to just try to just get better. He asks a lot of questions. He's obviously really smart as a player. So it's been fun to just be out there with him. And really all the guys, man. Like I said before, I feel like, this is one of the best groups that I've played with since I've been in the league. And just being out here with these guys is really telling for me, and it's been fun to be out there with them.
You ran with Javon yesterday. You had Evan for most of today. What's that? I don't know if it's a challenge or not, when you have a different guy alongside you, kind of every series or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's not too much of a challenge. I feel like I got good relationships with all the guys, so no matter who's out there, we got a pretty good connection. So it's easy to communicate and easy to just play and not have any really hiccups. So, but that's what we pride our room on, the safety room on, is just making sure that everybody's ready to go, no matter who goes down. Just making sure somebody's always ready to step up. So, like I said, those guys have done a great job of coming in and being ready, no matter what side of the field they're on, and no matter who they're in with, just being locked in and keyed in.
What have you thought of Evan?
He's been great. Obviously, he made some plays today. He had a pick today, but he's a good player. He's a great player, man. He's gonna be really good. He's made a lot of plays since we've been doing this. Even at OTAs, he made a lot of plays. He's smart. He's instinctual. So he's a good guy.
I know you've been in the league for 100 years, but have you ever started alongside a rookie?
I have not. No.
Okay.
No. But like I said, it won't be no difference. My role and my job is to make sure that the rookies are prepared and make sure that no matter what rookie it is, making sure they know exactly what to do and how to do it, and also doing it at a high level. So they've done a great job of doing that. Obviously, I'm helping them along the way with any little bumps or any questions that they might have, and it's been pretty smooth throughout.
To follow on that, they're changing, but you're the constant back there.
Mm-hmm.
How much conscious effort are you putting into leading this defense, knowing why you were signed here and how it's gone so far?
Yeah, well, I think I'm helping alongside lead. Obviously, these guys had leaders before I got here, so I'm just bringing in my other skill set of adding into that leadership. So it's been fun just going out there with the guys, RG, Casey, like all these guys are leaders. They've been leaders before I got here. I'm just here to add on. But obviously in my room, we're younger. So that's a big emphasis for me, just making sure that I lead them the right way, lead by example, try to do the right things to try to make sure that they're watching how it should be done and making sure that they go out and they are able to do the same thing.
I know you guys aren't in paths yet, but Rashawn had a stretch where I think he had 3 sacks and 4 plays. What you ever see that?
Man, hey, I was talking to I think Keyshawn about it today. I said, man, our D line is crazy, and we have a lot of depth too. You can't, not only just from the first group, but even the second group, the third group. You can see these guys are attacking the ball. They're getting after it, and they're making our jobs a lot easier. So it's always fun when you got a great D line in front of you. Obviously, you're able to do different things and work around them, and they lead the way. Obviously, they control the paint for us, and they make our jobs a lot easier. So it's been fun.
Everyone seems to really like Hafley's system and all that. What do you think sells it to a group of guys, a locker room that's been used to other things and learning something new? Is it the guy and the message and the energy he delivers it with, or is it the playbook he brings? What sells it?
It's a little bit of both. Obviously, the message is super important, and he does a great job with the message. His energy level is always very high. He's very confident in us to go out there and be able to execute. Obviously, he's aggressive with his play calling. And this has been fun, man. He's very transparent with us, so we're able to talk to him about anything. And if we feel like we might need to switch something up, we can always talk to him, and we're able to kind of have that open communication. So it's always fun when you get a coach that is willing to have open communication with you and not be stuck in the ways of calling it how he wants to call it, but also listening to his players and kind of going from there. So it's been good.
It's one thing for DBs. He's a guy that's focused on the back end. It's easy for a DB to buy in. I talked to a lot of the guys up front who are just as bought in. What's it take to have a message that's not just what from the back end forward, but that everyone's really loved? What's it take to do that?
I mean, exactly what he's doing. You asking for half?
Yeah, yeah. What's it take to have everyone love it? Like, it's one thing for a DB's coach to be a coordinator and the DB's love it, but for everyone to love it, it's got to be special.
I think it's pretty simple and not that hard when you got a locker room full of guys that all are chasing one goal. We all understand what we want to do and what we want to get accomplished and where we want to go. So it makes it, pretty easy, for everything else to kind of follow along. And obviously with the coaches, we all on the same page. So it's been fun, man. Just knowing that it's easy to, be able to get a message across and get everybody to follow along because we all know what we want to accomplish.
Are you okay the entire training camp kind of having the changing of pieces, or is there a certain point you want it to be pretty set who's going to be with you to get that chemistry?
Nah, changing pieces is perfect because in the season you never know. It could be one guy this week, it could be another guy the next week. So I think that's a big thing just that I've noticed, playing 4 years in this league is adversity. Obviously, throughout the season, it's never going to be a perfect season. A lot of times you're never going to have the same 11 playing every single snap. It never really happens like that. So being able to have different guys in there, having communication between different guys is always important because you never know. It could happen in the season, and you always want to be prepared. So I think it's good that we're doing it now.
Xavier, Josh has talked about.
We're going to always defer to you if you decide, I need to go down on this, be the down safety on this one. Do you want there to be a time when they can feel like, oh, wait, no, I shouldn't be going down. They can talk to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think for me that's another big thing for me is just making sure that we all have obviously I'm the leader in the room, but I still want to make sure that the guys feel like they can come to me and whatever they feel like they're comfortable with doing, then we could do it like that. So because I feel comfortable playing any role on the defense, so it doesn't matter if I'm down, doesn't matter if I'm high. I want to be able to make sure the guy next to me is comfortable doing what he's doing. So yeah.
Josh has talked about coming here from a team that, for lack of a better word, wasn't always in playoff contention. You played playoff football, but this team is pretty consistently in that picture. Just being here for the time that you have, what's a realistic expectation for how far this team can? I know everybody thinks they can win a Super Bowl at this point in the year, but do you think there's actually a chance you guys could contend for that?
For sure. I think we have a very special team. I think we got a lot of young players, but we got a lot of guys that know what it takes to get to that level and to win at a high level. So, I think we could do a lot of special things. Now, we still have to come in here every day and make sure that we're improving, making sure that we're on our P's and Q's every day. And if we do that, then, the rest will take care of itself.
Is it the rainiest practice you've ever been to?
No. I had one in New York camp practice that was like that, but worse, and it was way colder. So.